I could feel what I can't see. Float like a butterfly, scream like a banshee. Something's hiding in the pantry that I can't find it, so would you?
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Long time no scream. That's such a bad joke. I just wanted to do something for Halloween, but the point is, long time no see, it feels like anyway. Today I'm trying inks for the first time, specifically Daler Rowney's ink, acrylic ink in the shade black. I was participating in Inktober, and I wanted to get my hands on some actual ink and give it a try. The cool thing about using only one color for this was the fact that normally I'm so focused on my color scheme and trying to get colors right that I kind of lose tone. So if you look at a lot of my work, it's very soft and there's not a lot of contrast in my work. But for this, because there was no color to think about, I only had contrast and tone. So I was using like the darkest blacks and the brightest whites, and it was a lot of fun playing with that and exercising that and taking my time with that as opposed to compensating with color. The drawings that I made and the ideas that I used for these drawings felt very simple, but while I was painting, it felt right to do something simple because it allowed me to focus so much on tone. The inks really helped me take a lot of time with my shading and with my tones, and that felt good to just go back to those basics, because for the past few months I've been focusing a lot on composition and color, but I kind of lost my tonal muscle, and it felt good to exercise that again. So you might be wondering what happened to me and Inktober. I was on a roll there for a while. Let's see, how many did I do altogether? Overall, I have done 13 Inktober entries, the 1st through the 13th. I fell off there because I got an internship. I don't know if you guys know this, but I graduated from college about a year ago. Since then, I have been working a part-time job, looking for jobs actively, and this internship came up. That is exactly what I needed. I quit my part-time job, but I'm in that middle ground where I still work at my part-time job and I work at my internship. So I have been focusing a lot on that transition and giving a lot of time for myself to process and relax. Because for the past year, I have not turned off. Work-life balance didn't exist for me. My life was work. So that is what I've been working on. Next week, I will purely just be at my internship, and I'll have more time to get back into this art gig that I love ever so much. Truly is a passion of mine, and I'm excited to draw again. I miss it. It's nice. It was nice to have a break from it so I can miss it again. On that topic, I have been using this transitional changing, it's not even that big, but this little changing moment in my life to work through some of my anxieties that I've kind of just been putting off to the side. One of my anxieties has been walking. So I have like this crazy fear that I'm going to get hit and left for dead while walking or biking. It's such an irrational fear. Well, I don't even know if it's like irrational. It probably is irrational. But when I was in high school, one of my teachers' old coaches died because he was biking and he got hit and left for dead. And that is a very specific moment in my life that caused a very annoying and dumb fear in me. All I want to do is walk around and bike, but where I live, there really isn't a pedestrian culture. It's like a very commercial location. There's tons of traffic all the time. There aren't any sidewalks, so if you walk around, you're gonna be in a ditch or in the grass or on the road. And I don't know, I just have had this anxiety of like scared of dying plus knowing that because there isn't a walking culture, if I do walk, people are going to look at me when they drive by, and that is something that is so minuscule, and I'm not even like scared that they're gonna judge me. I just don't like knowing that someone's gonna look at me. So like in college, I had the same thing with like getting up to go to the bathroom when I needed to pee during class. It's not the fear of people judging me, it's the sheer fact that I know they're gonna look at me because I'm movement in a still classroom. I hate it. I hate it. I had to work through it then, and I have to work through it now. So I've been going on more walks alone, which has been invigorating. It feels very good to finally get more fresh air and not be so locked up in a building like I have been for almost a year. And on top of that, I have like another anxiety. I have not been spending time with loved ones, friends, family, even my partner. I haven't been giving them the time that they deserve and the time that I deserve, because I work up an anxiety that if I spend time with people, I'm taking away time from art and from working and from improving myself. And I even know that if I take a break, it'll improve my work life, but I can't turn my brain off. And that's something I've been working very hard to do. I realized I didn't have any hobbies outside of the ones that I actively try to monetize. My job, I do video stuff and animation stuff. My passion work, which is like YouTube and art. So all of my passions have some kind of work attached to them. So to counteract that, I've been playing on my old 3DS. I got a few new games. I forced my boyfriend to get a 3DS so we can play together. I've been having a good time with that. I restarted Animal Crossing. I have been working through Luigi's Mansion, and that's kind of what I've been doing these past few weeks. Just working during the day and then turning my brain off when I get home and realizing that I will have the time to do these other things, but this is my time today to relax and enjoy my life, because we only have one life to live. Those are just a few things that I've been working through lately. I have been making great strides, so I wanted to share. Another big topic is Halloween. Halloween is very soon. If you're like me, you're going to be celebrating this weekend, and I want to know, what are you doing? What are you going to be? Do you like Halloween? If you don't like Halloween, please leave this video, because what is wrong with you? Halloween is my favorite holiday, and every year I put off my Halloween costume until the very last minute. This year I'm going to be a witch. I was originally going to be specifically Sabrina from Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, but when I got the wig in the mail, it was awful, and because I waited so last minute, I can only return it. I cannot get a new one because there is no time. That's okay though. All I have to do is borrow a hat from my friend, and boom, I'm just a typical old-fashioned witch in a cute dress. I'm trying to convince my friends to go as the Wicked Sisters next year. That would be sick. It's like perfect. There's 4 of us. I can be the Asian one, and they can be everyone else. Boom. So I like the inks a lot. I'm just gonna go through everything I like, but it's probably everything everyone likes already because I've heard it before and I totally get the hype now. The inks act like watercolor, but they dry like acrylics. I know, right? Didn't realize it was something I needed until I started using it. The sheer fact that I can do whatever I want once it's dried down, wow, chef's kiss, amazing. I adore it. That's the only upside about inks I can think of, to be honest, other than how pigmented they are. They're insanely pigmented. They're so pigmented, and they're permanent, which is dope for someone who likes to layer a lot. I guess that is one of the biggest issues I have with watercolors, is I can't layer as much as I wish I could because the colors will get muddy, or a certain color will separate another color. because you'll add too much water or something, but that's not a problem with inks, as you can see. I think my favorite of the 3 illustrations I did here would have to be the boat. You know what, there's different categories. So for the star, conceptually, I think that's the prettiest one. I really like how whimsical it looks, and it's very suiting to my brand. And I like the dragon one a lot because the dragon was actually an accident. I was wanting to draw a dragon, but the proportions were off. And to fix it, I added a cigarette to make it look like it was a smoky dragon coming out of a cigarette. And that's kind of how I saved it, because the paper wasn't big enough for what I wanted to do. And I really like how that idea came across. But my favorite one to actually create would have to be the boat. I really pushed my values with this one, and I had a lot of fun with that deep dark black. I think the tonal contrast that I was playing with in these illustrations came across the most in this one, and it would have to be my favorite, I would say. Yeah, for sure. These are definitely not my style, but I like how they made me uncomfortable, and I had a lot of fun creating them. I hope you liked this video. I post a video every week, mainly on Friday, but sometimes I get excited and post a little early. I'll see you next time. Bye!